The Defense Force has a number for everything. They measure a monster, they write down a value, and that value tells you how many people have to die to bring it down. They call it Fortitude. 6.4 means an entire platoon. Anything past 9 gets a codename and a file, and in the recorded history of Japan, only 15 monsters have ever earned one. 15. That's it. The manga is finished now. 129 chapters, every file closed, every number confirmed. So we can finally do this properly. All 15 identified kaiju, ranked from the weakest to the thing the Defense Force could not measure at all. And 3 of these files were never opened. Not by the anime, not by the manga. Rank 12. Kaiju number 4, the flying one. Centipede body, insect wings, 3 eyes. Number 4 never got a number, no fortitude value anywhere. All we're told is that killing it took so long the Neutralization Bureau had to give it a code name, and that alone is the bar for entry. Its afterlife matters more. Number 4 became Numbers Weapon 4, the fastest suit in the Defense Force arsenal. Hikari Shinomiya wore it. Her daughter Kikoru inherited it, the only numbers weapon in history worn by 2 people. Rank 11. Kaiju number 14, a floating black slab with 4 human faces frowning out of its corners. No arms, no legs. Fortitude 9.0, confirmed in chapter 76. Energy beams from every mouth. A force field that shrugged off missiles and rifle fire like weather. And short-range teleportation, designed specifically to counter Mina Ashiro's sniping. So why is a 9.0 this low? Because that's all it is, a turret. It never put a captain on the ground. Rank 10. Kaiju number 11, the shark. 9.0, hydrokinesis, gills on its torso. It pulled water out of the ocean until it rained fish. Then it fought Gen Narumi in a city and used the sewage system as ammunition. Waves, streams, water compressed into spheres and fired like shells. One clean punch sent the captain of the 1st Division flying, and it lectured him the entire fight in his own master's voice, because number 11 was carrying Isao Shinomiya's memories. It still lost. Rank 9. Kaiju number 15, 9.0, and the only one on this list that looks like a schoolgirl. 3 brains on its head, more around its waist, and a human disguise it can only ever wear as one person, Kikoru Shinomiya, because number 9 killed Kikoru's father, ate his memories, and built a daughter out of them. It outran Numbers Weapon 4, the fastest suit they have. But here's the power proof. Number 15 connected a beam of energy to Kikoru's brain and forced her to relive her childhood trauma. It didn't fight her strength, it went underneath it. Rank 8. Kaiju number 10. 5 meters of crimson carapace that grows to 25. Base fortitude 8.3. Gigantified 9.0. Soshiro Hoshina, the best blade the Defense Force owns, said out loud this thing might be on number 8's level. Now the stat that should scare you. After the 3rd Division finished it, number 10 was a head on a spine attached to a cracked core, no body, and it still read 5.7. Then it did something no kaiju had ever done. It asked to be turned into a weapon, its own choice, the first sentient weapon ever made. Rank 7. Kaiju number 13, the runner, the one that looks most like its father. Base fortitude 9.0. But when it needed more, it ran in place fast enough to swell its own muscles and climb to 9.2, the 3rd highest fortitude ever recorded in this series. Only number 6 and number 8 sit above it. It faced the entire 1st Division and walked away uninjured. It raced cars down an expressway for fun. Machine gun fire didn't mark it. And the ceiling is blunt. Number 13 was never a match for Kaiju number 8. Rank 6. And here's where I'm going to make somebody angry. Number 12 sits at 9.0, 2/10 below number 13, and I have it higher anyway. Because number 12 wasn't grown, it was engineered. The improved build of number 10, and Itami and Okonogi both concluded it was created for one purpose, to hunt and kill Soshiro Hoshina. Strength far above number 10, speed far above number 10, and blade skill rated equal to or greater than the Defense Force's finest close-quarters fighter. When Soshiro switched to his single-blade form to gain an edge, number 12 adapted mid-fight, turned its own regenerating forearm into a sword, and copied the technique back at him. Soshiro won. Barely, and number 12 died smiling. Rank 5. Kaiju number 1, Japan's oldest numbers weapon, and the first monster ever measured above 9.0. Before number 1, the scale had never been pushed that far. A gray mountain of muscle split by crevices, and inside those crevices, eyes. The manga's word is uncountable. Pink irises, cross-shaped pupils.
They called it the Future Sight Kaiju.
and Isao Shinomiya described its attacks with one word: inescapable. When they weaponized it, they didn't waste the rest. Number 1's remaining eyes were converted into contact lenses and stored as spares. Gen Narumi wears it now. Rank 4, Kaiju number 2, the Daikaiju of Destruction. 14 yellow eyes in a white reptilian skull, a body plated in rock, and a threat profile that covered an entire city. Its weaponized form was so violent, the defense force found exactly one man alive who could carry it: Isao Shinomiya. And Isao, decades past his prime, put on Number's Weapon 2 and heavily injured Kafka Hibino in full kaiju form. A human borrowed this corpse and fought at Daikaiju level. Then Number 9 took it. Not killed it, took it. Stole the weapon, absorbed it, wore its power like a coat. Rank 3, Kaiju number 9. It debuted at 8.5, which on this list is nothing. And that is the entire point of Kaiju number 9. The number was never the threat. The threat was that the number kept moving. Rapid evolution. Kafka overpowered it easily the first time they met. By the second meeting, it was destroying Isao Shinomiya. Then it absorbed Kaiju number 2, hit 9.5, and the series openly crowns it the new king of kaiju. Now look back up this list: 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Every one of them is Number 9's child. 6 identified kaiju it built on purpose, each at 9.0 or above, each designed to delete a specific Defense Force officer. It called them its masterpieces. It duplicated itself. It resurrected the dead stronger than they were. It regrew its own head after decapitation, and when it ate Isao, it took his hand-to-hand mastery and came within one moment of crushing Kafka's core. Rank 2, Kaiju number 6, Fortitude 9.6, the King of Kaiju. It carries a second title, and this one wasn't given by the Defense Force. The public named it, Symbol of Despair. Here's what it cost. Number 6 led a cataclysm through Japan alongside multiple Honju-level kaiju. Over 200 officers dead, 30 platoon leaders dead, most of the country in ruins. A snowstorm dropped on Odawara, and it killed Hikari Shinomiya, captain of the 2nd Division, Hikoru's mother. Then they killed it, and the real problem started. They forged Number's Weapon 6 out of the corpse, and for years they could not find one human being capable of wearing it. Kaiju number 9 itself believed nobody ever would. Rino Ichikawa put on the arms of that suit, and it knocked him flat. When he finally fired it, he froze everything within 50 meters, by accident. Rank 1, Kafka Hibino, 9.8. Higher than the King of Kaiju, higher than anything the Defense Force had ever put a number to. And this is a man who was cleaning up kaiju corpses for a living when a larva flew into his mouth. 9.8 was his baseline. His rampaging form goes higher. And in Chapter 121, after his human heart became a kaiju core, they stopped being able to measure him at all. Immeasurable, past 10. Neither human nor kaiju. And here's what makes this the correct number 1. What actually powers Kaiju number 8 isn't Kafka. It's the collective, never-ending stream of hatred, regret, anger, and shame of ancient warriors slaughtered centuries ago, pouring through one man who just wanted to keep a promise. He used it to beat the Daikaiju of the Meireki era. The only other thing in this series whose fortitude was also immeasurable. So that's 12, which leaves 3. Kaiju number 3, Kaiju number 5, Kaiju number 7. All confirmed identified kaiju. All confirmed weaponized. Their corpses are Numbers weapons sitting in the arsenal right now. And across 129 chapters, we never saw a single panel of any of them alive. No fortitude value, no silhouette, no fight. 3 monsters strong enough to break the 9.0 ceiling, and Matsumoto ended the series without opening those folders. And one more isn't on the list at all, because it predates the list. The Daikaiju of the Meireki era burned down almost all of ancient Tokyo and killed more kaiju slayers than anything in recorded history. before the Fortitude system existed to measure it. It was inside Kaiju number 9 the entire time. It wasn't a rival to number 9's power. It was number 9's power. That's the next video. 2 questions, and I want real answers in the comments. 1. Number 6 sits at 9.6, and number 9 sits at 9.5. But number 9's whole ability is that its number goes up. So is that gap real, or is Fortitude useless against something that evolves? 2. I ranked number 12 above number 13, even though number 13 hit 9.2, and number 12 never left 9.0. Tell me I'm wrong. Season 3 is confirmed as the final chapter. 4 episodes, adapting the second wave and the last wave. Subscribe, because when it drops, we're breaking down every one of these fights frame by frame.